Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking into this video and showing your support as usual. In today's video, what I want to do is actually check out how much apartments are costing to rent at the moment. I'm going to be comparing it to the place that I rented a couple months ago in Hurstville. So that one was a 1-bedroom apartment in Hurstville for $400 per week. I just want to have a look at the market at the moment and see what's available out there and whether or not the rent has increased or decreased in the past, let's just say 6 months. The process is really simple. So currently it's 10:30 p.m. on Friday night, and what I want to do is see if there are any available inspections for tomorrow morning, just before the day really gets started. And so I'm going to walk you through what I do, and the main app that I use is actually Real Estate. So if you do want to follow this process, you will need to download the app in order to kind of follow along. All right, so we're on Real Estate, and what I'm going to do is just input Hurstville as the suburb of choice, and then that'll come up with all the inspections that are available. What I'm going to do is switch from buy to rent. I'm going to change it to only 1 bedroom to view, and then everything else I'm pretty flexible with, so I'm just going to leave as is. I'm going to click search, and then at the top there I'm going to select inspections and then choose inspections that are available to view tomorrow, so the 2nd of July. First one is definitely a miss. I'm scrolling through quickly the photos of the second place and then also the photos of the third place, and they don't really fit my criteria. So what I'm going to do is go back to the filter and actually add 2-bedroom apartments as well. So a lot more here, 17 to view tomorrow. They are in chronological order, so the earliest inspection is at the top of the list and the latest would be at the bottom of the list. Again, scrolling through the photos doesn't really fit me, but the second one for $450 a week, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath and 1 car spot is quite nice. And so photos look pretty good, no red flags here. I'm scrolling to the bottom, not yet, but I will be scrolling to the bottom. There's a bit of a description here, and then what I'm going to do is add it to my calendar. This doesn't notify the agent, by the way, so it's definitely not a commitment that you have to go if you select add to calendar. And then another place that I really kind of vibed with was this one. This is $550 a week, so $100 more, but definitely looks a lot newer. Again, the photos look pretty good, so what I'm going to do is have a quick read of the description and then also add it to my calendar. So this doesn't notify the agent, but what it does is add it to my calendar, and so on the actual day I can just click into the event and it will have the address as well as the listing pasted in. And that's how easy it is. That probably took me less than 6 minutes to find a couple inspections to check out tomorrow. And for me, there's not as much pressure to look through and read through the entire posting just because I'm not moving into it. But obviously, if you are looking for an apartment, you do want to read the details. So whether or not XYZ or certain things are included or excluded, that's really important. And because I'm not really reading into that much detail, it didn't take me that long. But even then, I don't think it's a time-consuming process. Download the Real Estate app and start checking out places and different suburbs that you're interested in. You can definitely create an account and bookmark places that you want to inspect. And if there is an upcoming inspection, I'm pretty sure you will get notified about it. I know moving homes, whether it's moving interstate or moving within suburbs across Sydney, I know that's a really overwhelming process. And sometimes like doing it in a rush or having to find a place within a certain timeline can be very stressful. So I really do recommend you doing research well in advance. Whether it's checking out 1 apartment a week or checking out 2 apartments a week in kind of the ideal suburbs that you want to stay at or rent at is really, really helpful. I'm gonna go to bed now. I will see you guys in the morning. It is now the morning. It is currently 9:10 and the first inspection starts in 20 minutes, but it is currently pouring rain. So I think what I might do is send both the agents a message and just confirm that the inspection is still going on, just because I only added it to my calendar, so they have no idea whether or not I signed up for it. So I'm gonna quickly send them a text and just make sure that it's still going on. At this point, I honestly just laughed internally. I was so shocked at the number of people who were waiting at the inspection. It was just so funny that I thought no one would turn up, but we probably had 20 groups of people waiting to check out the place. This is the line to get into the lift to check out the apartment. We get up the lift and it was just so packed. I don't think I've ever been to an apartment inspection this busy. And it's so competitive. It felt so intimidating to know that there were so many people who were also looking to rent the same place as you. But on my right here is the first bedroom. I really like that the wardrobes aren't like a mirror, but it's like that tinted greenish like reflection glass. I don't know what it's called. And then there's a little balcony there, but I felt really awkward to like even step into the bedroom because there was like an actual carpet, like a little rug there. And so I just showed you from afar. This is the bathroom. Pretty standard. The good thing here is that they have both a shower and a bathtub, but it seems like this tenant didn't really use the bathtub very much. It seemed like they were using it for storage, so that's always pretty good to know that it's quite clean. So I'm just going to make my way out, get through these people. I'll check out what that door is on the right in a minute, but the kitchen is here. It is open. It's not super like shared with the lounge. I guess it has its own little corner as well, and again there's a whole rug here, and so I didn't want to step through it and go onto the balcony. But dining table is on the left. You've got a nice view of the Hurstville apartments through the balcony. It's a good sized balcony as well, so that's a big plus. But as you can tell, no one's really going to open it or going actually to check it out, just because it seems quite intrusive with the tenant there. And obviously we all had shoes on, so that was a bit awkward as well. They have a little study desk here as well, which is really nice. And it seems like this room has been utilized as a study space. And so I'm trying to find the light switch, but I don't see it anywhere. But you've got a nice table at the end, and it's just a really long room as opposed to a wide room. So just taking that into account, you probably, if you do use it as a study, it's a bit more awkward because you can only really fit one table at the end there. So not the best utilization of space. And then back to these doors, this door opens to the laundry room. So you've got your dryer and your washer right next to your bathroom. And you can just see the sea of people around me. It's honestly overwhelming. I really wanted to check out what the cupboards were on the right hand side, but I just got squished out, and so I'm trying to like get back to the cupboards, and it's also just a bit awkward because the tenant is there, and obviously if you're opening the cupboard you're going to view her/his belongings, and so I'm just doing like a really quick open and like closing it like as soon as I'm done. But it seems like there's quite a lot of storage space there for you to put whatever you want, and that's pretty much it. That was the most chaotic viewing ever. And again, there's another line to go back down to the lobby. I just wanted to show you quickly here that when we exit the lobby, this is a big, like a main road of Hurstville. And in terms of the distance to the station, which is Hurstville Station, it's just at the end of the road there. So if you see where the traffic light is, it's literally on the left there. So it's probably about like a 5-minute walk to the station. I just got to the second place that I wanted to inspect this morning, and I have a pretty strong feeling that it won't be as busy just because it is a little further from the first place. So the first place that we checked out earlier was a 5-minute walk to the main station, which is Hurstville Station, and this one is just over 15 minutes. I think it's like a 16-minute walk to Hurstville Station, and so you can imagine the location is definitely not as appealing as the first one. For those of you who are familiar with Hurstville, this is Hurstville Public School, and the apartment that I'm going to view is just at the front here. It seems like there's a lot of people, but compared to the first place, this is nothing. There's only 4 groups of people who are waiting to view the apartment, and over here is the main road, so Forest Road in Hurstville. So I can imagine it can be a bit noisy at times. The inspection has started and we're all walking through, taking turns going to the lift because there is a pretty big group. Excuse the camera angle here, but I think at this moment we're just trying to figure out whether we take shoes off or not. I always feel really awkward when we wear shoes into someone's apartment because it's just so dirty. But I entered the apartment and I'm checking out the first bedroom on the left here. Seems like this is an ensuite. You've got a pretty spacious bathroom, but noting here there isn't a heated lamp. The only light they have is just the standard light. And then over here is a small or a biggish room. It can fit 1 bed and probably like a makeup desk or a makeup table. So not a huge amount of space for the bedroom, but I think it does what it needs to do, which is fit a bed. So I'm exiting now, and over here you've got a bit of a shoe rack situation going on, and the second bathroom of this place is over here. This one has a bathtub, but the same as the first bathroom, this one doesn't have any kind of heated lamp or fan, so only one standard light. Opposite that bathroom is a second bedroom, and this one is, I don't know, it looks smaller, but it feels like they've added a study table here, so maybe it is a same size bedroom. And you've got your wardrobe here, but they are mirrors, which is something that I'm not a huge fan of. Light switch is standard, doesn't seem too bright, but not a deal breaker. And then over here is the kitchen. There's a lot of people, and again, the tenants are here, so I feel a bit awkward going in and actually looking at the kitchen closely. But I gotta say, this place looks a lot neater than the first place, and I think just naturally when you inspect a place that's really neat, emotionally you just feel a lot more connected to it. Or at least when you inspect a place that's very dirty and very messy, you don't feel connected to it whatsoever. And so over here it seems like they have 2 big TVs, another study table, which is a good use of lounge space. You've got a couple sofas here, and then the kind of like a triangular shaped balcony, and of course KFC across the road, or across the balcony there, which is very tempting. And it seems like the balcony wraps around as well. That's the dining area, and the aircon is straight above, so all looking very neat, and a bit weird that the fridge is there, but pretty interesting that there actually isn't fridge space in the kitchen. And so it's kind of a perk to see what an apartment looks like when it's actually lived in, because it's good to know that there actually is no space to put the fridge. And I thought this was storage space, but seems like this is the laundry room, so you've got your washer and your dryer in there. Super interesting here, the agent is speaking to an individual, and that person is actually trying to convince the agent to just rent out the place to him. And the agent is just explaining that he can't do that because he needs to follow the proper application process. And I guess that just goes to show how competitive the landscape is for the rental market at the moment. So yeah, definitely do your research and get in early, and have all your documents ready if you are going to inspections. I'm sure you can hear it, but it is pouring outside. Super interesting to check out the 2 places today. I honestly did not expect both to be so busy and in such high demand. I don't know if I'm going to end the video here, but if I do, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate the support. If you enjoyed it, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps. See you in my next one.